Hello everyone, so in this video, let us talk about another medium level problem from LeetCode. The problem name is shuffle an array. So as you can see, you are given an integer array nums in the input. Design an algorithm to randomly shuffle the array. All permutation of the array should be equally likely as a result of the shuffling. So you have to form a permutation or a random shuffle of a given array. You have to implement these three. You can say you have to implement the solution class. So solution class, as you can see, this solution will have an integer array nums that will initialize the object with all the integers. So you will be given some integers as an initial permutation that you will initialize using the solution class. Then that implements also has two functions, reset and shuffle. Reset will reset all the numbers inside the array to the original state, and the shuffle returns the random shuffle of that array. Now, how you can get a random, because in the reset you can just store a copy of the actual array, and whenever you want to reset, just like remap it to the original array. It is pretty much simple. You have to have an array like you can say the original array. Okay, that is some array. Now what you can do is that you can make a new array, and then you can form this new array which is a permutation of this particular original array. Okay, and then you can return that. Now how you can form a new array? You have to somehow have an array. Let's say we have an array like this, which is 1 2 3, and you have to form a permutation out of this. Permutation means that you have to take and reorder them. You have to randomly choose one number, then another number, and third number. How you can choose all of these numbers and put it? If there is a function in C++ called rand, R-A-N-D, that when called will give you a random number. If you want to generate a random number between a particular range, let's say from 0 till, let's say to the total length, you will mod it with the length of the array. So the length of this array dot length, ARR dot length, you will get a random number between a index between this array, so that you can choose a random number. So that you will choose a random number. Let's say the first random number comes out to be 1. You will choose this number. Now the array has only 0 and 2. So you have to ensure that only 0 and 2 will come out. But that is pretty much difficult. So how you can ensure that you will always choose a random number between a certain range, and you print out and make a new array? There's a simple technique. You can also use it in different ways. What I will show you is a good way. What you can do is that you will first make an array. Let's say we'll make an array of little bit bigger size, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now what you will do is you will use a random function and generate a random number between any of these numbers. So let's say it chooses this number. So what you will do is that you will make a new array that is a permutation of this array. So let's say the permutation, the first number you have choose is 2. Now you have to ensure that 2 doesn't has, like, we don't have to choose this 2 again. What you'll do is that instead of removing this from this array, what you can do is that if I remove this number from this array, if I somehow remove this array number from this array, then it becomes easy that the array doesn't only have these numbers, and you can choose among these numbers only. So how can I remove this number from the array in a constant time in O of 1? How can I remove this from the array in constant time? If I remove this, I will make 1/2 this array and then this array and merge them. Then that is a pretty large and hefty task. What I instead do is that popping out an element from the end of the array is O of 1, is a constant time. If I somehow bring this number to the very end, I can pop it out. So what you can see is, because the order doesn't matter, we are randomly choosing. What you can do is that this is 2. What you will do is that you will take this 2, and because I've chosen this 2 as a random number, you will swap this number with whatever last number we have in the array. Okay, so last number is 6. So what you'll do is that you will swap this 2 with 6. So you will put 6 here and 2 here, and 2 is also inserted inside the new array that you are forming, which is the new permutation, which means that this is the first number. Now what you have done is that you have swapped 2, and now you can easily pop out, because in the array, popping out the last element of the array is just a constant time operation. So what you can do is that you can pop out the last element from the array, and the array now becomes this. Now it's a new array, and you have done all of that in O of 1, because you have swapped in O of 1, plus you have popped out the element from the last, which is O of 1 as well. So what you have done in that, in one operation, you have removed one array, and now you have a fresh array in which you can again find out a random number between these, like this. You can say one less than the actual array length, and then you can again find out some random number. Let's say the random number is this 4. So you will put 4, and now you again swap 4 with the last digit, whatever you have in the array, so that this will become 5, this will become 4, and you can again pop out 4 from the array, and now you have this new array. So you will keep on popping out elements and keep on forming the new permutation, and that is how you will get a new permutation. So that is how you can get this particular permutation, and then if you want to reset it, you can reset it to the original array that you have. That's the overall solution that we have. There can be multiple more, but that's the best I can think of. And let's move down to the actual solution, what I have coded. So what we have done is that this is this is the official nums, which is the actual nums that we have. We have created a copy. Whenever we have created this solution, initialize this class, I have created an you can say the copy of the num, so that when we want to reset it, whenever we want to reset it, we'll make the array A equal to the official num, so that we have already reset it. When I want to shuffle it, we'll first get a copy of it, and what I am doing is that this is the solution that we are going to form. This is the new vector. We will keep on iterating over the size of the array that we have a copy of the official nums, and then what we'll do is that we'll first find out a random number between the range from the size of the array that we have, the copy of official nums we have, and then whatever is the number we have choose, we will take that number is the index. So we'll go into the same index value inside this array that we have created and push back that number inside the answer vector that I'm forming. Then we have got one number. Now we have to remove that number from the array. So what I'll do is I'll first swap that number with the last number, that is size dot minus 1. That is the last, like you can say, index. The last number inside the array, inside the A array, we'll swap it and then pop out the last element. That is how we'll keep on doing it, such that when all the numbers are consumed and we have formed a new permutation, and then we return the answer SS, that is the new permutation that we have formed. So that's the overall solution of this particular code, and the code part and the solution of this particular problem. If you still have any doubts, you can mention in the comment box for this particular problem. I will see you in the next one. Keep coding, and bye.